Borneo. The rainforested island of Borneo, lying within the green rectangle on the outline map above, is the largest island in the Malay archipelago and the third largest in the world. Borneo is 830 miles long and 600 miles wide, and is divided politically into Sabah and Sarawak, which belong to the Federation of Malaysia, Brunei, a tiny British protectorate, and the largest portion, Kalimantan, which is part of Indonesia. The island lies astride of the equator, directly in the path of rain-bringing winds. Tropical forests extend from the coastal areas, dark green shading through the hilly lowlands between 600 and 3,000 feet light green, and over the central highlands, which rise above 3,000 feet yellow. A maze of rivers drain away the torrential rains, and extensive swamps, indicated by feathery tufts, sustained in the mangroves and other water-tolerant trees that give the island a dark green fringe. This is Borneo. These jagged spires penetrating the forest canopy are all that remain of a large limestone hill. The limestone was eaten away over a millennia by acidic groundwater and heavy rains until the pinnacles were left standing free. As well in Borneo, the action of water on limestone has created not spires, but great caves famous for both the wildlife and a contained for preserving relics of man's prehistory. Look at all those jagged edges. A rare parasite of woody vines, Rafflesia has one of Earth's largest flowers. Each evil-smelling bloom spans more than 2 feet. Ew. Look at that. Such is the multiplicity of plant adaptations in Borneo that some trees and vines, like those on right, bear fruit directly on their trunks. Strings of edible yellow seeds hang from looping natum vines, and bunches of fruit, like the outsized grapes, fester in the trunks of wild bacteria trees. The fruits of the wild durian tree swell and burst on short stalks that spring from the bark, and edible varieties contain flesh so succulent that orangutans seek them in the spite of thorny spikes on the skins. A natum vine. Ripening durians. A fruiting bacteria tree. A sunlit sweep of river creates a wide gap in the tree cover of the lowland swamp forest. Thousands of different species of trees flourish in Borneo's warm, even climate. They form so dense a canopy that little sunlight reaches the ground, except where an old tree has fallen, or where rivers like this one cut their erratic paths through the swampy areas. See that? Glowing in the dead of the night, the gills of a Mycenosanopus fungus emit light for it to be photographed without a flash. This luminous quality seems to be the result of certain enzymes combining with oxygen, but its purpose is unknown. The light may warn nocturnal beetles not to eat this species. It's glowing. In brief resplendence, a maiden's veil has attracted the red beetle by its strong smell, but soon the odor will fade and the fine net will wilt. And there's that net. Looking more leafless trees than fungi, these fruiting bodies of a fairy club species produce countless spores along their branches. A cookie in the tricholoma holds its spores inside a cup lined with hairs. Okay. See all the little hairs? The brilliance of these fairy clubs remains unexplained. Perhaps the scarlet color is a chance result of their chemical structure. See that? And it looks like an anemone. In a fleshy whorl, Strenum austrea sprouts from a fallen forest tree. See that? This is Strenum. A prolific cluster of toadstools in various stages of development indicates that there is a large body of fungal growth beneath the ground. See the fungal growth? The 3 inches of slimy flatworms slide across a wet leaf on the forest floor. Flatworms are traditionally aquatic organisms, but inside the forest, the ground is so damp that some types like this are able to lead a completely terrestrial